Wow, look what's on the workbench today. It is the Mars Mission Science Kit by LEGO Education. This is set number 45202, contains 933 pieces, retails for $99.99. The set was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO. And just by first impressions, you know, you can tell by the excitement in my voice, I really want to get into this one. Well, I'll save that for later. It looks like we get to build ourselves some kind of a rover, and it looks like we get a minifigure, but I don't know, I'm just confused about the box art. We get to build, solve, and invent. Oh boy, I can't wait. We get 4 science experiments. Doesn't that sound exciting? So here's the top of the box. So it looks like we're just building this and 2 minifigures. So what's the 4 come from then? We don't know. Oh, there's more on the back. Okay, well that makes a little bit more sense. So it looks like this is experiment 1, and I'm not sure what this is. Looks like 2 is some kind of gravity pod thing. 3, I don't even know what the heck that is, and we got a rover here for 4. And yeah, this kind of looks more or less like an over-glorified LEGO space set than anything else. And, you know, just by first impressions, I'm not really feeling this one. It just feels like your cookie-cutter educational set. We'll find out, though. Alright, let's unbox this and see what we have inside here. Yeah, I'm not really too fond of the educational sets. It seems like just an overpriced parts pack. Whoops, I didn't mean to say that out loud, huh? But hey, I'm very blunt on my YouTube channel, so I just tell it as it is. Yeah, let's see what we have in here. Get our hands dirty here. Well, we already know there's 11 bags so far, so let's see what we have in here. And it's packed average. Well, we have 8. Alright, this is going to be kind of confusing here. I got some stories to talk about, so I'll save those for the second channel. 13 bags. Oh. Of different sizes, so this is going to be kind of hard to lay out here. Now, why do I do this? To kind of see what kind of bags we have in here. And yeah, must be the miscellaneous bag. Oh, I can use that right there. Like over this parts pack. Now, I don't know if this one comes with the brick separator. We'll have to find out. So it looks like we have 13 numbered bags. Let's see here. Now, I know I could have edited all this out, but, you know, some people want to know. Well, LEGO was skimping on the packing on instructions, but this time this one comes in a folder. Okay, so it looks like we have 4 building guides. So you and 3 other people can build this. Not too bad. So it's a collaborative build. That's got that going for it. But some of these are printed on, looks like newsprint. This one's got glossy pages. So what's with that, LEGO? And no stickers, which is even better. And it looks like we're going to be in for a real treat. I've never seen these in white before. I've never seen those in period. But yeah, it just looks like just an educational space set, nothing more. Disclaimer! This is just merely my notes for the review, so don't consider these or construe them as a professional product review, how-to, or tutorial. Because I may make mistakes in the video, I may build something wrong, so we'll correct that in the latter part of the video if I make one. And the opinions in this video is really just mine and mine alone. LEGO doesn't tell me to say certain things, except for that these are provided by the LEGO Group. So that haven't been said. This is more or less like a paid promotional offer. So if there's any questions, I will try to answer them as the best that I can. But by the time, probably a week after I release all these, the set's probably gone. So, but I'll try to answer everybody as swiftly as I can because I'm behind on things. And these are just merely just fun videos. This is just meant as a hobby. Don't take these seriously, okay? That's just my 2 cents worth into the disclaimers there. I have to read them off because some have been taking these seriously. And yeah, I think we are ready to go here. Okay, so my plan is we're going to do each... I'm going to do it a little different than I did the last two. I'm going to do each one of these experiments in its own video. We're going to build it, and we're going to do the experiment. I'm going to film the experiment, save it so I could tie it into the main review of the video. Okay, and then I got to get some totes to put this stuff in. And honestly, I'm not in the mood to work on this one, but it's here. I have to do it because I'm under a contract, so I got to get it done. The next one I'm going to be doing is the Eevee, but I got to do this. I got to do my vegetables first. So yeah, it just looks like an overglorified set. So I think I'm going to just split it up into 4 sections. I think that's fair enough. Should be only about an hour or so. Miscellaneous bag. So one way to find out what bags we need, I'm going to take a look at booklet 2. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Does it even come with a brick separator? This is just build preview right now. We haven't even started anything yet. I got some stories to tell. My goodness, I am right with content here. Yeah, it does come with a brick separator. And you get a lot of parts, but this is an educational set. It doesn't... yeah, we'll take a look at the comics later, or manga, that word I learned. So I think that's where we're going to start off with right now. So, whoops, I need bag number. I wish they told you what bags you're covering in here. One way to do is by looking in this, okay, bags 1, 2, and 3, or we're going to be covering that in the first installment. So, those must be the experiments. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tie the final experiment testing at the end of the video. That's how I'm doing it, so I don't have to recap anything. And today is March 19th, 2026. Okay, and making sure that everything is set here for you folks. And yeah, I got a lot of stories to tell today. Alright, so it's almost spent 9 minutes here just doing that. Well, 11, where'd you come from? I don't need that there. And yeah, I think we are ready to go here. Okay, let's begin. Let's build it, starting with bag number 1. So it begins. Yeah, so I had a business trip I had to go on during my birthday. That's the first time that's ever happened before. Usually my dad would take care of all that, but he's no longer with us anymore, so I have to do it. So. And right now, it's anything but cool outside. We are hitting in the high 90s in March. And even at the beach, it wasn't any better. I kid you not, folks. It was in the 80s over there. Not that fun. Alright, so we're going to go through this here. So we've seen this before. You can obviously download a copy of the building guide yourself, if need be. And yeah, feel free to pause the video here. Let me zoom this out for you here. Yeah, I mean, it's got nice artwork, I have to, admit. How does an astronaut train for space travel? So this is more like training. Yeah, make sure you got that in there so you could read that. So far, I've been pretty pleased with a little bit of the trivia and stuff like that with these educational sets, which is pretty cool. They should put these in regular Lego sets in general, because it feels like more I'm reading a comic book than anything else. So it looks like we have the build, solve, and experiment. And if I sound whiny and cranky today, that's just basically allergies. And yeah, now we got to do the build. So what I'm thinking of doing here is we're just going to index it very generically, just so there's not a spoil. We don't want to do any spoilers or anything like that on here. And yeah, so vacation time was not vacation, it was a business trip. And I didn't want to go home, but everybody wanted to go home. I would have stayed an extra day. It was in the 80s there. Never take family on a business trip. It was not fun. Because everybody wanted to hang out in the hotel room the whole time. Either I get texts, hey, you know what, you're when are you gonna be back? I'm like, hey, I'm wrapped up in a meeting, won't be back until 2:30, and I'm gonna have a little fun. And that's our Miss Astronaut there with her mug, maybe to scoop up that Martian water, the Mars water. Not too bad. And she's done. Okay, now looks like we're doing the platform here. So yeah, I've just my nephew was down with a cold. I think it might have been allergies or smoking something. I don't know what he was doing. And my mom wanted to hang out at the hotel room, as well as my girlfriend. They just wanted to hang out and enjoy the room. I wanted to go look at the sights when I was off, and nobody wanted to do anything. Even on my birthday, I just sat and did nothing. I don't mind doing that at home, but you know, I had to do meetings in the morning, early afternoon. Oh, this thing's printed. So yeah, that was pretty much the gist of the vacation. So it was, you know, something to do at least, instead of sitting at home in the miserable heat. And the place we were at didn't have air conditioning at all. Okay, this looks like we're building some other part of this. This must be the base. What is this? Now, when I index these, I'm going to just keep them very general, very vague, because I don't want to ruin the build for you guys. Maybe I should. I'm building these so you don't have to. But they do have a nice selection of parts. So yeah, it was it was an okay trip, but it was not something I would do again, unless I have to. But I'll share some pictures. But the sunrise and the sunset from the hotel room was pretty cool. So right here, that's the sunrise that we had, or the sunset that we had experienced at our balcony on our hotel room from Morro Bay. You have to check that place. That's a nice small little town, but you really could see it all in a day or two. Not a whole lot there. And, you know, that kind of thing. Uh-oh, did I miss something here? Oh, that's supposed to be up higher. And the last day we were there, I watched the sunrise hitting the rock. That was always fun. And then I'll insert a panoramic shot right up here of what it looks like, the view that we had. Hey, at least with these type of videos, I can share this stuff with you guys and gals. Yeah, be careful, don't press down on that. You're going to have to hold on to the bottom of this here. So yeah, I'm kind of glad to be home, but I didn't want to come home just yet. I would have just stayed there for the full week. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to put the plates in here. Well, at least it's got a brick separator. So yeah, watch the video all the way through, because I will make mistakes like crazy. So, you know, sometimes it happens. I get wrapped up in my conversations. But, you know, it was okay. I did get some cool birthday gifts, though. I'll share those after I get done with maybe I could do it in another installment. I'm trying to see if I could... I know I put them back here. Yeah, I see two of them over there. I basically got 3 Pokemon plushies and 2 Pokemon DVDs. You know what I'll be watching? Yeah. I'm a big kid. What can I say? I like that. I like the cartoon stuff. Why not? We got too much realism and stuff in the world right now. I want to kind of say, no, I don't want to deal with anything. Yeah, my dad used to be the one who used to handle all the business stuff. Now I got to do it all myself. And yeah, I would like to happily pass on the job, but you know, that's the price to pay to be an adult. You can't skip it. And we got our space logos, so put these on, we'll take a better look at them here. Make sure they're on the right way. We don't want to get it roasted here. Yeah, in our Discord group, we added an anime channel too, since we're all kind of talking about it. Everything in my group is open chat. I don't really have rules for anything, but we kind of just talked about it. So I'm going to do an anime chat room if anybody's interested. If nobody wanted, I was just going to close it out. Well, no, I didn't get any arguments. I think that goes in there like that. Oh, wait a minute, it goes like that. Oh, wait, hold on. We got to put the tire on there first. That's what they use for making legs. And I think that's it for the base. But what I'll do when I index the video, just say build, just so it doesn't ruin anything. And then this goes here. Oh, it just sits in there? That's what it does. And then she sits here. Now what I'm going to do though, when we do the experiments, is I'm just going to run through them when we're fully done. So there'll be a whole entire review on that alone. Okay. Well, it's falling apart. Well, that's all it is. She bottoms out. So I think now we're going to have to create a weight or something. But that's what we have remaining there for bag 1. Not too bad at all. Okay, now we're going to have to solve. So I think we're going to have to build a weight for bag 2. Yeah, so my trip, I wanted to go walk on the back side of Morro Rock. I had to convince everybody, let's do it. It was hot, but I wanted to go back there and see it. I've never been back there before. And yeah, so that was kind of a thing to say, hey, you know. So we got to spin it like a top, and ours is bottoming out. Yeah, I bet that's going to hurt your rear, huh? Yeah, keep crashing down. Imagine being on a seesaw and somebody just jumps up and you're clunkety clunk. So we got to make a weight here. Okay, so she can spin. Okay, so basically it's just add weight, but that doesn't tell us how much. But these colors right here, I could use. So I ain't gonna complain, Lego, if you keep sending me these sets with these colors. Okay, so let's see here. Well, you can see it's kind of tipping that way, so we got a little too much weight there. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead, I'd be inclined to do this here, because they got this slope here. Let's take advantage of that. That'll be our key. And I'm just going to take some of these here and make like a little box here to hold these in. That right there will add some weight to it. Okay, she could still bottom out. So if I set this in here now, she's still not quite right, you know, it's not right, so we're going to have to fix that somehow. I'm going to do it like this here, just to see here. Well, it's a little too heavy now, huh? We need to fix that up here. So basically you're just going to have to do a little balancing here on the weight. Try it like that. Now, you can do yours any way you want. Well, still not enough there. We got a gravity problem. We'll peel this one off here. And just keep nibbling at it. It's almost like a scale, huh? You know what we could do? That's okay. What if I just do this? Yeah, but we were at the beach though. We had a nice dinner. The first night we went to this restaurant that was just really nasty. Really nasty food. It was just kind of a, well, I think we have a winner there. It was overpriced. You want to talk about overpriced? $25 to $30 a plate. And for a family of 4, it can get pricey quick. Boy, that really is working good, huh? She can really go fast. I think we have a winner here. Alright. I will tack a formal one on at the end, though. But there we go. I think we got it. And, of course, the more weight you add here, like take off the mug, you'll probably have some more. So she's just looking at alone just makes you dizzy. And in spite of all that, this is what we have remaining here for bag 2. So basically just give you a little bit of everything to mess with. Okay? And it's not too bad. I mean, we got some nice colors there. Alright, now we're going to do the invent method here. So we got to invent something. So she's tired. She wants to go back home, obviously. So, don't toss your parts, because you do need to add something here, because she looks like she's bored. So we got to make something here. It looks like a space rocket. So that means we're going to have to change her weight here. Okay. Okay. Let's get going here. And while I'm unbagging this, I want to thank everyone on my main channel and Patreon for being contributors. It's always a big help. Because it's always going to be something to help me with building more awesome stuff, hopefully in the future, instead of just doing sets like this. And I want to thank everyone for taking the time to... oh, we got a scratch in that. We'll have to save that. Checking out my Rebrickable profile and downloading the building guides. And most importantly, if you could tolerate my annoying voice for so long, special thank you guys and gals for taking the time to actually watch my content, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You know, that's always a big help, you know. Okay, so now we got to build ourselves a little spaceship right here. And then we're going to have to redo our weight. So I'm going to save this weight. That's why I put the other parts in a bin, because we're going to have to rebalance this a bit. Okay. And this thing here has got a scratch. Now I just saw that paper. I just saw it, guys and gals, when I was cleaning up in here. And at Lego, we really need to start, you know, I mean, it's clear as day. Let me make sure here. Yeah. Trying to get it sharp there. You could see it right in the middle there. I know some of you are like, Jay, there's pits all over that. Yeah, I know. So she's going to have to deal with it. Looks like it's already had a few asteroids hitting it on the way to space or to Mars. Yeah. I'm not a fan of these type of space sets. Well, why did you get it? I had no choice. I literally, guys and gals, had no choice. They send this stuff to me, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it, and then that's just the end of that. So they give you a little bit of, they give you some pieces here to make something kind of crude. It's up to you, the builder, to figure out how to put it together. And sometimes they give us parts, it's like, what do these need to go to here? Yeah. I'm going to try to get all the experiments done today, because I'd like to move on. Well, you can't even stick this windscreen on here without it hanging over like that. Got some holes there. They don't give you a lot of interesting parts, huh? Not enough here to do anything. You just have to get creative. So I just kind of slop it together, because there's no other way to do it. This is a training mission anyways. Now you don't have to use all the parts. That's totally up to you. That's what I'm saying. These educational sets, I understand the gist of them, but you know, they don't even give you a plate to put in here. So you can't even bring this one back here like that. Yeah, I wanted to go to the beach, this one area where we used to do crabbing years ago when I was a kid, and nobody wanted to leave to do that, which was kind of a shame. We'll leave the mug in there as a counterweight. I was like, oh, maybe I'm glad I'm home now. I mean, it looks like something, huh? And yeah, they give you enough parts. You can come in and build it any way you want. I got millions of these things here. Anything else, this is just a parts pack. It's just falling apart. Let's just take these goofy things off. I think they just pack these blind and just say, oh, here, this is what the kids are going to want to do. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been reading a lot of the comments on, well, the lack of comments, but for those who are brave enough to comment, you know, these are not these are anything but they're just a time waster set. I'm leaving the mug in her hand just for extra enjoyment, because it's an accessory that I'll have to lose here. The goal of it's like a drinking game. You don't want to spill your drink everywhere, huh? While you're in the machine. And then this just tacks here. I'm just going to tack it in there. All right, obviously this is too heavy. Even if I put this in here, it's too heavy. So now we got to go back and get the other parts. Now, I didn't say I couldn't use from this pile here, but now I got to, oh, there they are. Yeah, I was talking about vacation and, you know, just to kind of get away from things, and yeah, it didn't quite work out the way I wanted to. I know some of you have noticed in my videos I sound kind of just tired. Yeah. Well, obviously that's still too heavy. We got to add more weight to it. Oh boy. You know, I think we're just going to have to pull this apart here. I mean, I understand it's just like a little weight, like a scale. I mean, I still got to push this thing down a lot, and I don't want to mess with that one because I'm going to need that one for the actual part. Well, Well, that's still not going too good, huh? Hey, at least here, and I've been reading a lot of comments from you guys and gals. There's one of you that said, Jay, you keep these real. I like this channel because you keep it real. You don't sugarcoat. No, I'll save the sugarcoat for tea party time. You know, here, I just don't want to make these videos the same as everybody else does. You know? Okay, we're getting somewhere, but it's a little too low there. It's tipping over here. So this is a little too heavy. Well, we don't want that to happen, huh? I've been reading the comments, though. Some of you, oh man, I wish my dad would do this. I wish my dad did this stuff with me, too. I think we got it. Let's give it a shot here. Let's give this puppy a shot here. Let's see what happens. Well, that needs to be there. I'd say that works. So essentially what you have to do here is you just got to balance the weight just right. So it's hard to believe that this little spaceship here is the same as this big block here. You know, taking account of what else is in there stuff. It just depends on how much plastic there is. And essentially, this is what we have remaining here for the build. And I think that concludes experiment number 1. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack on at the end of this one here a formal experiment. And when I do the review on the main channel, it'll be over there. So that's basically what it is. So the first part, we were just building this. Second thing, we had this little weight here. And I'll just take all this off here. And that's what we started with. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, because it'll save me a bunch of time. By the time I get to the review, we're done. I mean, literally, I would be done if I do it like that. I mean, by the time I get to part 4, I've already got all the other parts done. And honestly, you know, I understand the appeal of these sets. Maybe for homeschooling, but for someone that's an avid Lego builder like myself, these are more or less just time wasters. I mean, how much more space do we need to have shoved down our throats? If it was a classic space, I would probably be all excited, but the color palette is just a bit soft. I mean, the coral, we got a greenish blue or bluish green, dark blue and white. White's becoming just Lego's go-to color, but yeah, experiment's not too bad. And I'm going to say right now with the scratch piece, it's going to be at a 9. So we're going to leave the notes with that. And we're just going to go ahead and start the first experiment right now. So here's the first experiment. And I think this is more or less like a flight simulator contraption. But before we begin, we're going to start with our minifigure. Her hair is all messed up because she was taking a test flight before the actual debut. She does have a double-sided head, so if you need that head for anything, there you go, that's where you get it. And nice print work for the torso. She's got her mug there. This is probably like a drinking party game than anything else. She's chugging them down while she's going to be on the flight simulator. And that's the little spaceship thing we built for the simulator. And when we build this, that comes apart. It's just bare bones construction here. Basically what this is just something you could rotate around. It's really wobbly. Space logos are printed. There's no stickers. So basically what you do is you just set her there and see if you can spin this. But you can tell she's going to have a very sore rear end because this doesn't work. So you have to make various weights for the solve portion. So I just kind of threw some stuff together, and as you can tell, that's not quite how it works, but it keeps her off the ground. The thing is, you want to balance the weight. So I just kind of made some stuff here to throw in here. And yeah, so not too bad. A little wobbly, but it works for just a crude experiment of this experiment, of course. Now, for the invent, you had to make a little space shuttle to put on here, because that's not too fun. You want to just do that. So we'll set this guy on here, and that's what I built there from my imagination. And none of this stuff really snaps on very well. Like I said, these are kind of just bare bones. This reminds me of City. I don't think City's all that bad compared to this. So I just stuck that on there. And then once again, this should have been thought out a bit better, Lego, because the way it is. Whoa! And she's already having problems. She hadn't even got in there yet. So here we go. She's going to sit in there with her mug because, like I said, it's drinking day, right? So we're going to have to make this extra exciting. She doesn't fit in there with the wig very well. And as you can tell again, she is having a very rough ride. And you just have to invent some more weights for this. So obviously the one that we made before just doesn't work. So I got a bigger one that I made, and it's all by trial and error. So you just make this big one that sits in here. And that big old weight works pretty well for this. And then now, she doesn't spill a drop and she gets a raise, right? And honestly, though, it works. It's a nice experiment to have a counterweight with your space shuttle to make the flight simulator thing work very well. And yeah, it's a nice primitive design that we can probably improve on with maybe a mock or something. So if you're into space, this is a good place to start. But it just seems kind of wobbly there. But for the most part, though, it's a nice good start for the first experiment.